Dave, I was not looking at my watch. I was looking at my whoop, which just went off the charts with excitement here today, so that registered. So come on, you can take as long, for what you did for this community, you can take as long as you want. What a visionary. You know, you will go down in the history books of the transformation of upstate New York because of your vision when you come to a place, as I did with Gary McCarthy many years ago, and looked at this site and saw the old GE facility and remembered all the great jobs that had just driven this community to new heights back at that era when everything was coming through upstate New York. And we had the Erie Canal. Yes, Brian Stratton, 200 years ago. I want to thank you for being the keeper of that flame. And this is a big milestone for us. But you know, you don't have to be just from Buffalo to know what upstate decline looked and felt like. I mean, it had every community from Buffalo to Schenectady to Albany. And it takes people who have a lot of fortitude, a strength, a vision to carry on despite decades of nothing happening in adversity. So, Dave, you are truly something I admire immensely. And I knew I could not ever see you again and not be at this event today. You started talking about it years ago and said, Governor, you'll be there. And so proud to be here with you and all the other leaders and Gary Hughes from the legislature and our elected leaders from Albany. I mean, I'm just so proud to be here today. And President Keesh, this is a big day for you, welcoming an extraordinary, hockey teams from the men and women, and hopefully sending off Olympians and professionals right from this very location. I have very confidence we're going to be doing that. But I fell in love with this. So this is love at first hello when you come to this place. And again, those of you in the media are trying to figure out what I do when I'm in Albany. Check out Schenectady sometimes. I'm here as well. A big date for my husband and I is to go to Johnny's for dinner and, stop at Proctor's after. We saw Shucks not too long ago. I need some humor in my life. and I just sing this transformation, but even from the waterfront. I mean, I was on a little Erie Canal trip not that long ago, and was on the canal. We got warnings that all of a sudden our electronics were showing flashing colors that didn't look good, and showing that a tornado was approaching. It was time to get off the water real quick. And what's nearby? Oh, the brand new marina. So thank you for being literally my safe harbor and getting me out of this storm as well. So I called Dave, and he's like, "Where are you?" He goes, "I'm in Italy." Dave, I'm on the canal. Get back here. But also, when I think about leaders and people who just wear this city, this community on their sleeve with such love, and that is Neil Golub. Neil, you are a transformational figure, not just your business success and bringing food to people all over our state, but also your belief in this community and the power of positive attitudes. Every time I talk to you, he tells me one more thing he's done to boost Schenectady. And I wish I could have harnessed the energy I see among the civic leadership in Schenectady and take it everywhere. So those who call this place their home do not take this for granted. It doesn't happen everywhere. And they don't take no for an answer. And every time I see them, my pocket is a little bit lighter afterward. But it is for good cause. I'm glad to team up with the state legislature and continue the investments we've made in this extraordinary project. So it's also not just about the excitement and the attractions and putting Schenectady on the map. It's also the jobs that are created. Dave, 2,500 people working down here who did not have a job perhaps, and the union workers, thank God we have such hardworking men and women building products like this, but we're just getting started. And I just want to thank you all for giving me the privilege of representing this area. And I'll always do so with a great love and affection and appreciation for all you do here. So we're just getting started. We really are. And I'm going to continue. And I was in New York City. Someone said, we're all excited about casinos going down. So I said, have you been to Rivers Casino? And they were talking about conventions. I said, you can do conventions up here too. So I'll continue to be that advocate to represent both parts of the state, all parts of the state, but also making sure that people know what we have here that was not here a few short years ago. And to get this done in the aftermath of the pandemic, when all the disruptions were there, people just kind of put life on hold, and you did not. You powered through this. And that's why we're here today. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it.